Hi. Um, Not exactly sure why I'm making this. I guess for my own personal needs, in a way. And I feel the need to broadcast it in YouTube. Why not? Somebody is bound to agree with me out there. But it's like what I want to talk about is closure. It's something that's really, really hard to achieve, especially when you've lost a loved one and you can't. That's it. I mean, when I got the news about my father, I was sitting on my bed in my boxers. Like, it's just gonna come. It's just gonna come. There's no warning. There's no, hey, I mean, some people might be fortunate enough that their family might be warned. Some people, you know, it's all different. But what I'm talking about is my particular incident. Or, I don't want to call it an incident. My particular situation, right? Uh, I live in a small town in Virginia, and everybody around here kind of jokes around. Well, at least the people in my generation. I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but a lot of people say that there's no getting out of here. It's like a trap, like a pit. You move here, all this stuff, no jobs, blah blah blah. You end up working for a little bit of money just to keep yourself afloat. You can't. There's not enough to save to realistically leave in any matter of time, really. Until, I mean, it might be like 10, 20 years later you can move, but you've already had kids. They're already in school. You'd rather put that money to a college fund if you haven't already. So, I mean, it's kind of a bad place, but not really. I'm not trying to make it out like it's bad. Small town, you know what I mean? Everybody knows each other, type of thing you see on TV. But my whole tangent about that is that my father really he he had the means to go where he wanted, but he chose to stay here with his family. And that puts him at about 10 minutes away from my house. If you know speed limits, everything, and you know what I mean, you know where the signs are, and you can just pick it up instantly and get there. It'll be about 10, maybe 15 minutes, depending on who's out driving. But um, he he passed away, and I was sitting here at his home, and to clarify, I live with my grandparents. I have ever since I was 3 months old, and it was because my sister, she was 3 years old when I was born, and my mom and dad were going through a divorce, and they decided it would be just better if we lived with my grandparents, right? So the thing is, I never really got to see him that much. I mean, not exactly as much as I wanted to, but also, I mean, I was a kid. I was preoccupied. I mean, games, like, you could just throw anything at me and I'll be distracted. I'm still like that. I can't lie. It's hard to stay on track with a mind like mine, I guess. I don't know how to say it. But, um, the thing about closure is like it feels like you'll never have it. It feels like you've missed out on an opportunity. Like when you decided to go home instead of hang out with your friends or something, and they ended up finding like this crazy wild event, whether it be a party or they met somebody crazy, all whatever. And I mean, you know, you're happy and everything. You think it's cool, but like deep down, you know, you're like, man, I missed out. You know what I mean? And that's kind of that feeling just greatly amplified. Amplified, augmented. It's greater feeling, okay? But your closure can come in any way, and it's really something that you have to do some serious soul searching for. I was 13 years old. I was sitting on my bed. It's different bedspread and everything, or else I'd show you if it was the same. But I was laying there. I was on Tag.com, and anybody that goes there now, it's not going to be anything like when I was on it. So don't. If you know, after I describe this, you're going to be like, oh, that's pretty cool, but no, not really, not anymore. Anyway, they had chat rooms and stuff, and I was a pretty much introverted kid. I was very, very shy. But when I got comfortable around you, sky's the limit as far as what I would say. I'll say some pretty outlandish and some pretty crazy shit. But those were my friends, you know. Anytime I met somebody new, I was quiet, calm, I was polite, everything. Once you got to know me, all that went straight out the door. But on the computer, I could be that guy no matter what. People could see me as that guy initially. They wouldn't have that first impression of, you know, the shy kid who doesn't want to talk to anybody and just wants to sit there and listen. But yeah, I was deep into talking to people and everything, you know. And anyway, when he passed, I was sitting here on my laptop, slammed my laptop as soon as my grandma came through the house, you know, saying what happened. And instantly I'm sitting here getting dressed, and sister's gonna hate this part. My sister's really gonna hate this part, but I mean, I've got to get it off my chest. I mean, I've told friends, but I still feel like that weight there, like, you know, like you can't be yourself, almost. And I mean, there's a lot of things that give me that feeling, so hopefully through a series of videos, I can start to feel better, be a little bit more open, be more confident. But anyway, I was sitting here, I remember I ripped open this drawer right here in front of me, was throwing on shorts and or some form of pants, you know. I was in a rush. I didn't even really know if they were on the right way. I knew I didn't want to show up in just my boxers. So like, anyway, I came over here, got dressed, you know, and as I'm getting dressed, my sister comes in, and she's like, "You're not seriously going, are you?" You know what I mean? Like, God, that makes me so mad. Because, see, when we were kids, I mean, you can understand the whole teenager thing, like, I don't want to hang out with my little sibling, that's embarrassing, blah, da, 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 da. Well, my sister just plain, flat out, does not enjoy my company at all. And, I mean, it's not like I'm trying to be mean. I mean, I'll be really nice, and she'll still be really, really mean. But not, I mean, I'm not trying to be like, oh, my sister's so mean. I mean, I can handle it. I'm 19. It ain't that big of a deal. But, anyway, you know what I mean? I was, like, fighting tooth and nail to get to go see my dad. And I never got to. Never got to see him at all after that. I mean his body. I never got to see it, because I was too scared of the emotions. Like, I could have went and saw him. It's not like, you know what I mean, poor pitiful Connell couldn't see his dad. I had opportunity, but I was just scared, man. I mean, I was 13. I had never even seen, or I mean, I've never even been in a situation. I've never seen these emotions. I've never felt them. I've heard of them, you know, obviously, but yeah. But my closure comes from a just a lot of thinking, because like I said, I'm introverted. I mean, I kind of put on the act like I am, like I used to be, but you know, it's still not all there. But needless to say, I got a really small circle of friends, very small. But God, where was I going with this? So spent a lot of time sitting at the house. I didn't even get my license until like 1.5 or 2 months ago, because I just didn't feel like getting out. You know what I mean? But my closure comes from the fact that I am 50% of my father. And I'm not trying to be sacrilegious, but like, I am made in his image. I'm not trying to compare him to any deity. I'm not trying to compare this to any deity. I'm just taking that phrase and using it in this situation. So please do not take offense to that. That's not what I mean in any fashion or way or anything. That's just the words that come to mind when I thought about it. But I mean, I always wonder, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder what it'd be like to talk to him. I wonder what it'd be like for him to see stuff I do and everything. But he does, is the thing. Because I am half of him. So, I mean, at least half of him I get to see half of my dad in the mirror every day when I wake up. I get to see half of my dad when I'm just doing stuff, first person. I get to see, or I get to feel emotions that he's probably felt. I'm a lot like my father, even though we didn't spend the typical amount of time. I'm not trying to make it out like I barely saw him. It's just, I didn't live with him. You know what I mean? So, obviously, that's not as much time. But, yeah, so, the thing is, no matter what happens, if it's, in this case, it's the parents. If you ever lost a parent, just remember that you are them. You're the continuation of them. I'm not saying if you mess up, but if you really make some bad decisions and you knew better, then that's putting a gray mark on him, or on her, on your parents, no matter if they are passed away or still living. So, and I am a bad kid. I won't lie. I'm not evil, but I'm not the greatest in the world. So, my closure starts with me getting my life together. And one of the real major goals I have now, I mean, it's not like I grew up with this goal and everything, but I want to do stuff for YouTube, mainly games, but I don't have that many games. I don't have like capture cards and microphones. I'm using my iPhone that can't even make a call anymore. But it's something I really, really want to do, and I know I'm going to have to get a job in the meantime, and that really, really sucks. And I would love to just jump straight into this and it just happen. It just take off, but it's not going to. So, I do feel a little bit better that I got to say some of that. Of course it's not all, but I don't want to say all of it. Some of the stuff needs to be bottled up and said to the right person, not broadcasted across the internet. But I hope somehow this video helps you in some way to think about it. Because I mean, you were 50% of them. Your mother and your father create you. You are the sum of their parts. So, I mean, I don't want to get started on my mom, but, you know, just think about that. I'm not trying to put anything else in your head besides that. You are the sum of their parts. Now it is up to you to create your closure, if that works for you. Because not everybody's mind is the same. Everybody has different opinions. Everybody has different everything. Everything's different between people. But all I want to say is, I guess to end it is, you'll always have your parents, no matter where you're at, no matter what's happened in life, no matter where you are. If you're feeling homesick, all you gotta do is think about that you have your parents with you right now. Half of your DNA is theirs. You will always have a piece of them somewhere. No matter where, no matter when, no matter what. They'll always be with you. And you can think of it spiritually, or you can think about it how I am as physically. But I guess that's all I have to say. I hope I help some people. This video probably won't get that many views, but hopefully the people who do view it do get to have some closure, you know. But everybody's gonna have closure in their own way. That's why I'm not trying to like give you a guideline to follow. I'm just suggesting some things for you to think about, to maybe lead you down that path a little faster, but it's still your own path. Just think about it like you were walking down there and I gave you a bike. You know, it's not like a car. It's not like I'm jetlining you to the start. It's just, or to the finish from the start. But it's your option, you know. It's your life. You get to do what you want with it at the same time, but you still want to respect them and have a good reputation. But yeah, thank you for listening, most of all, and I hope I helped some people out there today, and thanks for watching. Really, if you do watch, I would love to make this my career, and I would definitely just create videos like this all the time because I need to. Everybody needs to get something off your chest. Even if you know you're wrong and you just want to say it and just get it out, then do it. But yeah, this has been a long ending. Once again, I hope I help some people out there. I hope some people take what I've said into consideration, and I hope you find your closure. Because no matter what you've done in life, you deserve closure. Thank you.